It's Jeff here with Entrepreneur Essentials here at T-Werx once again. Thank you for looking into our show once again, and we are here to look at different entrepreneurs in our community and how hard they've worked to get to where they're at, but also to learn their stories and learn that maybe they were just like you at one point, and maybe you're thinking about starting a business but you haven't taken the risk, and we want you to be able to look at these folks and say, hey, they did it, I can do it too. So I'm here with Kacie Nesby today, and she's going to talk a little bit about her entrepreneurial journey. But before we get started, I want you to look down here right below me. There's a subscription button. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because if you don't, you're not going to know when these things come out. So Kacie, tell me about your entrepreneurial journey.
Oh gosh, I never thought I would be an entrepreneur. I never saw that coming. I was an executive. I went to school, got a sociology degree, found out after college there was no job in the world of sociology without a certification. So I fell in with a nonprofit, and I loved working with youth and families, and it just turned into a career. And I became an executive, and the higher I climbed, the more I found that I didn't love it. I didn't love having bosses, and I didn't love the 9-to-5 grind, and the higher I climbed, the more I got away from the people. And I am a people person. I love people. And so I walked away. I walked away from a very good career, and I took a year off, and I decided, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And I'm very much, my natural state is world changer. So I thought, how can I change the world? I have big, lofty goals, and it just started to fall into place. I started taking little jobs here and there that kind of turned into me being kind of a consultant, because I did not want to go back to the 9-to-5. So I liked working for myself. And then I wrote a grant, and I basically worked all alone, working with high school youth, teaching them how to get jobs, job attainment skills, how to write a resume, how to interview. Probably one of my all-time favorite, most rewarding jobs. And then I started a teen center, a youth center. I took a nonprofit and I kind of molded it into something else and opened a center, developed a board. And that's kind of when I knew I like this whole being in charge thing and doing it my way. My board members were great. They just kind of checked in with me and let me do whatever I wanted. And I would just say, okay, here's what we're doing. And I would tell them, I need you to do this. So it was great for me. But when we moved back to Texas, after running the teen center for 2.5 years, I decided I didn't ever want to work that hard again in all of my life. And I decided I was only going to do the one job I had picked up while I was doing the teen center, which was direct sales, which I never ever saw myself in direct sales. I thought, I don't sell things, I'm a social worker, I love youth, but it became so rewarding getting the feedback from the people whose lives were changing that I realized I could still do the social work without it being social work, and I could actually make a living at it, which was
and
huge.
Get paid.
And get paid, which was huge. And I just fell in love with it. And
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm very much a visionary personality. I don't love the mundane stuff. So
entrepreneur is a good job for you.
Yeah. Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what your business is and why you do it and why it's important to you.
So I started using a product called Thrive. The company is called Le-Vel. It came out 5 years ago. We just hit our 5-year anniversary. And originally I was just using it. I had kind of run myself ragged as someone in the social services field. Most of us do. And I hit 40 and I hit a wall, a really tough wall. I was exhausted. And so a friend of mine who was just a mom reached out. She was posting on Facebook, and I said, okay, what is it? Because you look like you have all this energy and I'm exhausted. And she came over and she dropped off some for me, and she said, just take it. And the only question I had was, is it legal? She said, yes. I said, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And it changed my life.
Really?
It woke me up again. Like, I was 21 again with my energy and my hope and my purpose. I remembered who I was, and that was a game changer. And so I knew so many of my mom friends and my women friends, I approached the men later, but the women is where I started. And I knew if I had been feeling that way and I hadn't been talking about it, who else was feeling that way and not talking about it? So I just started telling everyone that would listen to me, you gotta, it's amazing, you gotta try this is crazy, I feel so good, and they did. And I was just a customer, and my girlfriend who got me started called and says, you should be a promoter. I said, no, I don't sell things. I work with young people. I don't sell things.
I just sold like 100 people this thing, but yeah,
I
don't
just
sell
got,
things.
like 10 referrals in 10 days, no problem, but I don't sell things. And she said, you're already doing it. We don't sell things. We help people. And I thought, well, I can do that. I can do that. I can get around that. So I did. I jumped in, and it took off for me, which I didn't expect. I thought it might be a little side money here and there, and it became a full-time job.
Wow.
And so when we moved back to Texas, I decided I don't ever want to work that hard again, doing the 3 jobs at once. And so I just did this full-time, and it's been amazing. And I get joy, the same joy I got working with the kids, I get now from the text messages I get that say, oh my gosh, I played with my kids today instead of lay on the couch.
Yeah.
It just, I give kids their moms back. Instead of working with the kids, the moms are with the kids.
Which
because
you're
they
even
feel,
helping them more by having
yes,
their mom there.
Yeah. So it's been a crazy, wild journey that I never expected, but it's been so good.
Yeah, but that's the best kind. That's the best kind of business to be in.
Yeah.
So tell us about what's new in your world.
Oh gosh, we just started doing what's called a 10-day challenge. So normally we'll give out like a 3-day sample pack for someone to say, oh, I want to try it. But we know the likelihood of feeling anything in 3 days is slim to none. So we're doing a 10-day challenge where you can do it for 10 days. And because I was in the social services field, I'm always so hesitant to make anyone feel pressured or pushy. I am a little more on the passive side.
Sure.
But I check in with them each day and go, okay, how are we feeling? Do we need to tweak anything? And usually it's right around day 5 or day 6 where I get that, I slept amazing. I just cleaned my entire house. Or I just went to the gym for the first time in 2 years.
Wow.
So that 10-day challenge is kind of what I call my life changer challenge. But we just started doing it, and it has just been amazing.
Yeah, that was the little tweak
the little
that you
tweak,
need to make.
yeah, because some people are either scared to do a full month. It's commitment, and I got commitment issues, so I get it. But 3 days is nothing. And so that 10 seems to be that magic number to where people go, okay, I'll do 10, but I won't do 30.
Well, it's halfway to a new habit. 21 days is a new habit, so it's halfway to a new habit.
Yeah. So we're doing the 10-day challenges, and they've been really incredible. The messages have been great. That's the best part. Those messages are my favorite.
Yeah, that's what you were missing, as we were talking about before.
Yeah.
It's what you were missing from when you were a social worker and you didn't get that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, fast 5 questions now.
Okay.
All right, so you wake up in the morning, business is gone, all the knowledge is in your head that you have. You have $500 in your pocket, laptop, computer, place to live. What do you do first?
First thing I do is I'm praying, because I have no job. I'm praying. But I think the second thing I do is I jump on social media. I love social media because I love lifting up people, lifts me up. And when I am positive and encouraging to others, that feeds my soul. And so that would be the first thing that I would do. I would reach out to others and I would be encouraging. I always said if I could do anything in the world, I would totally be a pastor / motivational speaker, because I love seeing people just like their spirit just wake up. Like, I can do anything. I am amazing. So I would find some way to do that for a living. I've always said, I wish I could get paid for that. I don't know how people do that. How they break into that industry, I don't know. I want it. But that would be probably the first thing I did.
You have to convince somebody that
I have something to say?
Well, no, you can do God's work much faster in a Ferrari, and then you're fine.
Yes, I can get around a lot faster.
All right, second question. What's your biggest entrepreneurial mistake that you've made?
Gosh. I think taking that full year off, I think it was too long.
Okay.
Because when I left the company, my confidence was shaken a little bit because I left unhappy.
Yeah.
I left past the point. I should have left before, and I held out for money.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have. I should have walked earlier and followed my heart, but I had to really refigure out who I was. And then I just got really comfortable in the doing nothing. And I remember it was my dad who said, "You've lost your confidence, babe." And I didn't realize it until he told me. And I think it was because I gave myself too long.
Yep.
I let myself just kind of settle into this place of feeling lost, going from that secure paycheck into the world of the unknown. I wish I had bounced back in about 4 months.
Yeah.
But
what was that first jump then that got you back? Okay, let's get back in the game.
yeah, it's weird. I took a job as a personal assistant on Craigslist, and I met a fabulous woman who does Mary Kay, pink Cadillac driving, fifth generation Mary Kay woman. And that was my first kind of insider look at direct sales. And I think it was preparation for me today because she was amazing, but she wasn't pushy, she wasn't salesy. She loved women. She loved to help people feel good on the outside so they could feel good on the inside. And I realized, okay, I like you. You know, I needed that energy.
Yeah.
And I needed to know I set my own schedule. I like this. I can create systems my way. I like this. And it was the first time I felt free because she was very much like me, like, I don't care how you do it, just do it.
Let's make it
I'm
happen.
not a
Yeah.
micromanager. She was not. It was great. We were a great combination. And I realized I'm good at this.
Yeah.
I'm good at doing things my way and creating something from nothing. And then I started planning a community festival, which seeing 3,000 people emerge onto a 3-block city park and think I did that. Like I created this. That was incredible. That was really, it was this, I can do this.
Yeah. Got you back in the game.
Yes, it got me back. It really built my confidence to the point where I remembered I'm good at this, you know.
So it may have taken a little longer,
Yes,
but it
yes.
actually worked out extremely
It worked out,
well in the
There
end.
were some hard
Yeah.
steps to get to the place, but I believe that we go through the hard stuff because it builds us to prepare for the better
Yeah, but
stuff.
just think if you hadn't done that job, you may have been approached by Thrive or something like
Right, I'd have
that,
been
and
like,
you'd have been, oh, I
no.
can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That's direct sales. That's
That's a pyramid
Heaven forbid,
scheme.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a pyramid scheme. I hear that a lot. Having seen the inside, it prepared me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's a good book that you would recommend for an entrepreneur?
There are a lot. It's funny. Most of the books that I read are faith-based.
Okay.
And my favorite, because I use it from the entrepreneurial side, is Jumping into a Pit with a Lion on a Snowy Day, which sounds crazy, but it's all about being fearless.
Okay.
And knowing that you could be jumping to your death and doing it anyway. And I think as entrepreneurs, we have to do that. Like, we know everything could change in a moment. We could be broke in a moment. You know, it could fall apart and there's no paycheck coming next Friday just because. But we do it anyway.
But we also know if that happens,
We'll just do something
I'll
else.
just make it again.
That's right.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
I can
exactly
make it happen
right.
again,
Yeah.
and that's
the fearlessness of it.
that was the part for me. I mean, as basically a career employee for over 20 some odd years,
Yeah.
that was the part for me. Oh my God, what if I don't have a paycheck? What if I don't have a paycheck? Well, now I know. All right, whatever.
I can make my own money.
I can figure out something.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario,
Yeah.
Craigslist.
Yeah. Personal assistant. They're
Craigslist,
out there.
Upwork,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
it takes, you make money doing anything.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
what is a good tool that you use in your business every day that you might recommend to our audience?
Gosh, you guys, I wish I had something really incredible to offer. I live on my phone. I do everything from my
Good.
phone. My website's on my phone. In fact, I sometimes have to make myself put it down just to focus, like on my kids, you know.
Sure.
But yeah, my business is run completely from my phone. It's a mobile business.
I explain to people all the time, if
Yeah.
it isn't on my phone, it doesn't exist.
That is the truth. If it's not on my calendar, it's not going to happen.
So how does the audience get a hold of you
Oh,
if
gosh.
they want to talk to you?
You can, I'm on Facebook under Kacie James Nesby. It's Kacie, which is weird. I'm on Instagram, same. And you can email me at knesby@gmail.com. You can call me. I mean, I am an open book. Anyone can reach out to me. You can really anything. I'll get with you. We can FaceTime.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
As long as it's on your phone, you're good.
Yeah. I'll even meet you at Starbucks, but I don't drink coffee. I'm only water.
That's all right.
So,
you can meet him here.
Yeah, we'll meet at T-Werx.
Well, you have been a joy.
Thank you.
To talk to today and get to know. Folks, buy her a bottle of water and sit down with her. She's a joy to talk to and really has lived a fun life of discovery. And if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur and you're just beat down, this is a lady that will add a bunch of energy back into you, and I encourage you to get to know her. Thank you very much for your story and telling all that goes on. Folks, this is the type of stories we want to tell of people that may have thought that they were never an entrepreneur. I mean, many of us went for years working in corporate America and didn't realize that we were entrepreneurs, and all of a sudden we just awoke one day. So once again, right down below me is our subscription button. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you get updates every time we do one of these, and you will not miss a very fun lady like this. So thanks again. We'll see you next week.
Bye.